Subscription sucks.
There are so many services with subscriptions now.
And they suck because they are so hard to keep track of. So I wanted to make an app that manages your subscriptions.
But how?
This is React Native, and it is used to make native iOS and Android apps in one single codebase. And with the Expo ecosystem, we can build this app easily. First, we need to list out the features of our app. A subscription tracker should have two simple features, showing you the services you are subscribed to and to tell you when payment is due. And honestly, subscription-based services are pretty predatory. But I will leave the yapping to the end of the video because I know you want to see me build this. So off we go building our app. For the tech stack, we're going to use React Native for our mobile front end, Expo to make development easier, and that is actually it. There is no need to connect to the cloud, and I don't see a need for me to have access to your financial data. As a bonus of doing so, you can use this app in offline mode. So off we go to Figma to design the app. And while you see me do up the Figma, here are some thoughts when designing. First off, the color scheme is based on Notion's design because I just love the aesthetic. Next, I made sure to use frames and auto layout so that I know where my flex boxes need to be and how many of them are needed. After that, I made sure to reuse designs to give the app some consistency. I shouldn't mess up the design that much by following these principles, so let's see how the coding side of things go. Okay, so we ran into a problem. While developing the app, turns out I need a database to actually store and query the data and not some random JSON file. So I have to use sqlite, which will help me with relations. But don't worry, I'm still using local storage, so no external database is needed. I won't have your data. With that hiccup out of the way, I started drawing up the database. Well, I did not expect naming things to be this hard as well, and I have to change a few names and make things clearer. After days and weeks of programming, I'm finally finished. Hooray! And I can add my subscriptions like Netflix, my phone bill, and figure out when the next date will be. Now, personally, will I use this app? The answer is a straight up no, because I could track all of this using Excel and Google Sheets or Notion. For me to use this app, it will need more features like customizability and data analytics. But this does not have to be the end for money plant. I did plan for this app to have Notion-like customizability and for widgets to exist, like on your iPhone. Also, the app didn't turn out as well as I hoped it would be, but I think that part is due to me only having the weekends to code it up. Also, I think that this app kind of highlights one of the problem with business development for apps, because does your company actually need an app, or will a spreadsheet do? Well, this side project has been fun and I've learned a lot about React Native while doing this. Before I end the video, here are some learning points I had while developing this. So, JavaScript dates are a pain to work with because they have like different time zones, and yeah, using the date object is actually quite painful. And I should use TypeScript because of wrong types that I keep occurring. I couldn't debug the issue for hours until I checked the type of some variable. And this kept causing issues which I took hours to solve. But yeah, I think using TypeScript would have helped me with the development process. And also, error handling is not as bad as I thought it would be. And I should only use dependencies if required. And for the React Native side of the house, there are a lot of UI components or native UI components from iOS and Android that people have already made. So I shouldn't be trying to remake my own bottom sheet or remake my own picker wheel for those cases. But yeah, I'll only use dependencies if required and where they save me a considerable amount of time. In the meantime, here are some videos for your next watch.